Hello everyone. I know it's been a couple days, but here I am. So today I thought we could do day to day for deities. So I've got 10 tips, I guess, on how to connect with deity when you don't necessarily have time to do a full-blown ritual and kind of invoke a circle or open a circle and invoke everybody. So here are 10 things that you can do to connect with your deities on a busy day. So tip number 1, meditation. Even when you're in bed, you can have a mental conversation with them. I've had quite a lot of good feedback from this. Number 2, lighting a candle for each respective deity and welcome them into the space. If you have a small offering or item to leave near the candle, it's a great way to personally connect with them on a tight schedule. So I do this with mine, and I have actually got a shelf where I've got all 3 of my candles set up, and I'll just go through and I'll light every one of them and, ask them or welcome them to join me, and leave it burning for a couple minutes. I usually leave my cup of tea or coffee like in the middle, and leave it for about 10 minutes, and I'll come back around, thank them for coming, blow out every candle, and then drink what's left of the tea. Number 3, make them a playlist. If you have Spotify, go ahead and make each deity a playlist with songs that specifically remind you of each of them. I have many different playlists, probably too many, and one of these was pre-generated by another witch, my Hades playlist at the moment, but I'm working on making another one, and it's working for the time being, but this way, even when you're listening to music, you're spending time with your deities. So, and I think that's a really simple way to kind of connect with them, even, like I say, it's as simple as listening to music. Number 4, Pinterest boards. Even if you're not writing a witchy-themed book like I am, you can make boards for each deity, if they aren't classic sculptures, to remind you of them when you're out and about on Pinterest. So I do this, and my deity boards are very, there's a lot of things on there, but as I say, the same thing with Spotify, I have way too many boards because I do a lot of Pinterest. Number 5, write to them, either in poem form or just a note. Writing to a deity in journal can spark conversations with them even when you don't have time to do a full ritual. So I don't really do this as much anymore, but I have. I was gonna have a whole little notebook that was kind of dedicated to talking to deity, but then it turned into a bunch of other things. Number 6, buy things that remind you of them. An example, knowing that mint is sacred to Hades, I drink some mint tea. I have kept mint gum in my purse to chew and remember, and I've picked sprigs of real mint to try and put on the altar, as you may have seen. When I'm at thrift stores, I'm drawn to things that remind me of my gods and goddess, and I get them to decorate their space or just bring a little magic into my other spaces. So, and I've told you guys where some of the stuff on my altar came from. A lot of it is from thrift stores. Number 7, any herbs used in cooking that are their sacred correspondences. You can find this information online or just about anywhere. Also, if your god or goddess doesn't have an herb, just use herbs for their element, or even a masculine or feminine herb to bring that energy into your cooking. Another very simple thing to do. Number 8, their scents and smells, and by this I mean perfumes, like body washes. For me, hyacinth is related to Selene. I have hyacinth candles on her altar. I'm also use lavender and lilac as her correspondences, kind of because they're like those purple, calm, cooling, feminine feelings. I associate with her. Any body wash or perfume of these types, I like to keep in contact with her all the time. On the same token, I have volcanic ash body wash that comes in a black bottle with a bunch of minerals that reminds me of Hades, and anything lemony or citrusy reminds me of Apollo. So yellow, bright stuff. Number 9, clothes. I wear black as a matter of course, and I began to work with Hades. It took on a new meaning, but I look for yellow for Apollo and more feminine clothing for Selene. And number 10, conversations. Usually I have more conversations with my guide Roland than I do with any other deity, but they're certainly welcome to come in, and they're there all the time. most of the time. Like if I'm just in a scary situation in public or something, you know, some creep is walking past staring at my boobs, then I'll just be like, go in a corner, collect myself, and they will be there kind of in a reassuring way. I make decisions based off of their feelings too. When I get a gut feeling, I'd like to thank everyone on the spirit side for helping with that. It's not just me. Anyway, that is that. That is my 10 day-to-day exercises that I have for your deities, and some of these come in really helpful when, like I said, you don't have any time to do an actual ritual and stuff like that. So, these are the things I do constantly. Just thought you'd like to know. So, I will see everybody probably next week. Bye-bye.